now going to move on to the campaign for county treasurer. And we have the incumbent, who I'm going to just call Greek Tony because I spent my whole week learning how to say Castrava.
Actually, Greek Tony is very good. I've been called a lot of different things.
And Eric Rothoff? Rothoff. See, Castrava was really hard for me to learn, you guys.
And you did well.
So I'm going to start with, I don't know what I'm trying. I'm going to start with the current county treasurer. Tell us why you would make a good treasurer.
Well, I've been your county treasurer for 8 years. I'm very proud of my accomplishments. The county treasurer's office is really governed by laws that the legislators have put in place. Our responsibility is quite a bit, and I believe that my office, or any county treasurer in any county in the state of Michigan, is the heart of the county government. When the heart dies in the body, the government dies. If we don't sign, Nancy and I don't sign the paychecks, nobody gets paid. But I'm very proud of what we have accomplished the last few years, and the thing that I'm more proud of is when I came into office, I took over the state of Michigan in the tax foreclosing process. By doing so, we have saved hundreds of homes in Muskegon County with the different policies that we have put in place. And we also have kept the money that was going to the state at the time of auctions, that money stays in Muskegon County. Another big accomplishment is when the economy went to pieces and everything fell down, and the county board of commissioners and the administrator was running to me and said, Tony, how is our investments? Because the county treasurer is responsible for all the investments. My office is responsible for $274 million a year that goes through the coffers of Muskegon government. We didn't lose a single dime, and to this day, that all the interest rates are going down all over the place, we still have investments that collect 4 and 5% interest. You talk to any county treasurer around the state, and they're going to tell you Muskegon has done a better job, and I'm very highly regarded by my colleagues around the state. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I strongly believe in the power of the free market. The free market requires 4 things. It requires you having self-interest, that you have a large number of buyers and sellers, that you have a lot of information, and no external social costs. After graduating from Michigan State University, I went overseas where I worked in the former Soviet Union, trying to help the economy in one of the states over there. I've learned to see how the free market needs to be implemented and how it needs to be done, in particular with the land bank and the auctions and how we do it here.
Okay, Eric, as they relate to this position, what are some important issues facing the county and how would you address them?
Well, the first thing is I would stop the withdrawal of properties before it came up for auction. I would also stop the bundling of properties so that the properties would go to the land bank rather than be done at the auction. The third thing I would do is to work with companies so that we have higher prices and more buyers to buy the property, so that the townships and the cities are not having to be charged back because there was not enough money made at the sales. From 2007 through 2011, the cities and townships have been charged over $1.4 million because not enough money was made on the selling of the property.
Well, I have to disagree with my distinguished opponent here. He needs to understand the issues and how the system works before he can make statements like that. The county treasurer's responsibility, according to the law that I said I'm governed by laws, is to make all the municipalities whole at the time when you as individuals and taxpayers do not pay your taxes on time. We borrow about $12 million a year in order to pay back the bonds. We have to have the sales. It's not me that forecloses on them, it's the system that forecloses on the people. And once we make the sales, we have to follow laws on that too. The land bank, it's something that's very positive in Muskegon, but it's disregarded by certain people because of their own personal interest. Muskegon County, the county treasurer in general, has responsibilities, and he has to fulfill those responsibilities. To pick up little things here and there and words, if you don't understand how the system works, you're not going to implement anything. I cannot do what I want to do. I have to do what the law tells me to do. And I think I have followed that to the T, and I'm going to continue doing so. And I can tell you right now, with the system that's in the state of Michigan and the economy going down, we started out with over 4,000 foreclosures this year. And with that foreclosing of 550, that's the most we ever did because of the economy. If the state of Michigan was still a foreclosing open or unit, we'd be closing on 4,000 properties.
All right. Greek Tony.
Was I supposed to bring pizza?
I love a pizza and the roast beef sandwich is one of my favorites growing up.
After this week.
The big mama. Who is supporting you for your position?
Well, I've been endorsed by quite a few organizations, almost all the unions. The County Board of Commissioners, the majority of them have endorsed me. Prosecutor-elect DJ Kilson has endorsed me. The Chamber of Commerce gave me the highest rating for a public official. I've got 5 stars on it. I have not publicly have going out asking for endorsements in this race, but they keep coming in every day. I believe that I'm running on my record, and I would like to let the record speak for itself. So.
I have not gone out for endorsements. For me, the support that I have is from fiscal conservatives and those people that believe in the free market. And through my discussions with them, they've all supported and working hard to work for help you win.
Eric, how are you involved in the county outside of your current employment?
Well, first I'm chairman of the Muskegon Tea Party. I am also on the, however we pronounce that thing, the Citizens Review Committee on the jail. I am active in my local Muskegon Methodist Church and the Muskegon Republican Party.
Well, first of all, if I'm a Tea Party member, then I run as a Tea Party ticket. But anyway, that's a different story. If you talk to people that know me and that are around me, they're going to tell you, how do you do it, Tom? How do you do all the stuff you do? My day starts about 7 o'clock in the morning, it ends up late in the evenings. I believe that I'm a public servant. I think the question came from one of the candidates before as far as, who do you answer to, who supports you and so forth. Actually, you are my bosses. I'm elected to do a job and I answer to you. My #1 responsibility is to be able to, for you to come to my office when you have to pay taxes on your hard-earned money and live with a smile on your face. My high in my position, I'm not a smoker, I'm not a drinker. My high is when I see a customer that comes in and lives happy because he got answers in my office.
And if you win, will you continue to be involved in the community?
Well, I've been involved in the community all my life. Years before I got involved in politics, before I became county commissioner and then county treasurer, I was very involved in every aspect there is, especially with the youth. I started 2 big programs in soccer, a sport that's taken over this county, in Rothoff and Moulatsiotis. We started out with about 100 kids, and by the time I left, we have over 5,000 kids playing the sport. I have developed soccer fields all over the county. I work with anything that has to do with the youth. I also volunteer in an awful lot of different venues, and I serve on numerous boards, including Community Mental Health, the Health Project, Access Health, which is an insurance for the uninsured, Restorative Justice. I mean, I'm constantly on the go. I don't know how to do anything else. If I ever retire from my business, I think I'm going to go crazy. So, yes, I've been very involved, and I'm going to continue being involved in the future, regardless of the outcome of the race.
All right.
First of all, you changed the last question, so I forgot part of it. Well, you had mentioned also about excluding employment. The thing is that I created a nonprofit organization to watch for waste and fraud and abuse in the government. And that's just one of the things that I do in the community. And I was meaning to talk about that, but didn't. But regardless of whether I win or lose, I'm actually going to be more involved. I've already made more commitments to my church. And with the other activities I have, it doesn't stop whether I win or lose. You know, if I win, I might have a little less time, but I'll still try to fit that out.
And then the last question, we're going to start with you, Eric, is what is an important quality in the county treasurer?
Well, the county treasurer needs to be honest, needs to be transparent, and they need to work hard in serving the people, because the people are who we serve. Now, it'd also be very good if they work well with the other cities and townships, and work well with the other departments.
I'm glad that Eric described me to the T, actually. I do believe, you know, I have started a lot of business over the years, and that was one of the biggest reasons when I decided to become county treasurer. I researched and see, can I do the job, and do a job that's well for this community that has given so much back to me. My business experience gave me the start. My experience in the last 8 years has made me a person that I think I can lead the treasurer's office to the next step. I have been able to balance the budget, to help balance the budget for the last 5 years in the hardest of economic times that we have seen in our lifetime. It's not an easy job, but it takes patience, it takes smarts, and it takes faith in people that you have working for you. If I succeed for my employees to get up in the morning, and they get ready to go to work, and they say, I'm going to work, and they're happy about it, then I have succeeded, because that reflection is going to reflect on the customers that we serve. So, with your support and everything, I hope I can continue for another term. And I don't want to forget to say thank you to the DCs for inviting us.
Thank you. So, thank you, Jessica.